Hello friends, welcome to our program for grade 10. Today we're going to look at the third part of our series of programs on factors of polynomials. So let's start. Right, so today we're going to learn how to find factors of polynomials using three approaches: the long division, the comparing coefficients, and the synthetic division. Right, just a quick recap before we move to finding the different factors. Let's factorize the following. Part A, 3x squared minus 6x cubed. Part B, x squared minus 64. Part C, x squared plus 3x plus 2. And part D, 2x squared minus 5x minus 3. Right, let's do the first one. How do you factorize 3x squared minus 6x cubed? Okay. Right? So, first of all, we are going to see, are there any common terms? Yes. Well, I can divide 6 by 3, right? And then I can divide that x cubed by x squared. So, I'm going to use the greatest common factor. The greatest common factor in there is 3x squared, but you need to be careful. Why? Because when you take 3x squared, divide by 3x squared, it is 1. Okay, sometimes students tend to forget and they put 0. Okay, so 3x squared divided by 3x squared, that's 1, minus 6 divided by 3 is 2, and x cubed divided by x squared is x. Second, so part B, we need to find x squared minus 64. Okay. How do we call these types of factorization? That's difference of two squares, exactly. So difference of two squares, that will be x plus 8 multiplied by x minus 8. You could have written x minus 8 multiplied by x plus 8. It does not matter. Okay? Part C, x squared plus 3x plus 2. So here we can use the sum and product. So you need to find two factors. When you multiply it, you get 2. And when you add the two factors, you will get 3. Okay, so that will be 2 and 1. Easy. Therefore, x squared plus 3x plus 2, that will be bracket x plus 2 multiplied by x plus 1. And part D, 2x squared minus 5x minus 3, that will be 2x plus 1 multiplied by x minus 3. If this is not clear, go through your notes again. You've done it in mathematics grade 10 and you've done it as well in grade 9. Right, so now, finding factors of polynomials. Look at this example. If x minus 2 is a factor of f of x, which is equal to 3x cubed minus 5x squared minus 6x plus 8, you need to find all the factors of the expression. Well, we know that x minus 2 is a factor, okay? So we need to find the other factors. One way to do it is to perform the long division. We've shown you how to perform long division in the first video. Okay, right? If it is not clear, go through the video again. Right, let's see how to do it. Okay, so we have 3x cubed minus 5x squared minus 6x plus 8 divided by x minus 2. So the first one will be 3x cubed divided by x, that will be 3x squared. Just be careful where you place it, okay? It has to be aligned. So 3x squared times x, that's 3x cubed, and 3x squared times minus 2, that's negative 6x squared. And then we subtract. So 3x cubed minus 3x cubed, that's 0. Negative 5x squared minus negative 6x squared, that's x squared. And then we carry down the minus 6. Okay, what do we do next? We will divide again. X squared divided by x, that's x. And then we will multiply this x by x minus 2. So that will be x squared minus 2x. And then we subtract, so here it will be 0. Negative 6x minus negative 2x, that's negative 4x. We carry down the 8. Now negative 4x divided by x, that's negative 4. And then what do we need to do? We multiply the negative 4 by x minus 2. So that will be negative 4x plus 8. And then we subtract, we get 0. You need to get a remainder of 0. Why? Because x minus 2 is a factor. If it is a factor, therefore there is no remainder. Okay? Now, 3x cubed minus 5x squared minus 6x plus 8 can be written as x minus 2 multiplied by the quadratic, which is 3x squared plus x minus 4. And then what do we need to do? You just need to factorize the quadratic. You will get x minus 2 times the factorization of this quadratic is 3x plus 4 times x minus 1, and you are done. Right. Now we move to the second method, which is comparing coefficient. Okay, how are we going to do it? Well, here you have a cubic polynomial, right? And you know that x minus 2 is a factor. X minus 2 is linear. So to have a cubic, you need to have this linear multiplied by a quadratic. That's right. So let the quadratic expression be ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay? So we have 3x cubed minus 5x squared minus 6x plus 8 to be equal to x minus 2. You're given that x minus 2 is a factor multiplied by the quadratic factor. Right, what do we need to do now? Well, you need to remove the brackets and multiply throughout. So that will be x times ax squared, which is ax cubed, x times bx, that's bx squared, x times c, it's cx, minus 2 times ax squared minus 2ax squared, minus 2 times bx, minus 2bx, and minus 2 times c is minus 2c. And then what do we need to do? Well, you need to group like terms. Okay, where are the like terms? I see x squared here and x squared there, so we can group them. Cx minus 2bx, we can group that as well. So we will have ax cubed plus b minus 2a times x squared plus c minus 2b times x minus 2c. Okay? Right. So we have rewritten the 3x cubed minus 5x squared minus 6x plus 8 as ax cubed plus b minus 2a times x squared plus c minus 2b times x minus 2c, right? Now we will compare coefficient. Okay, what are we going to compare? Right, here we have 3x cubed and here we have ax cubed. So that's pretty straightforward, right? So a will be equal to 3. Good. Now, look at this one. B minus 2ax squared. Here you've got negative 5x squared. So comparing coefficient, we have b minus 2a equal to negative 5. But what is the value of a? A is 3. So that will be b minus 2 times 3, which is 6, equal to negative 5. B will be equal to negative 5 plus 6, which is 1. Right, now what about the C? Well, we can say that minus 2C will be equal to 8. Therefore, C will be equal to negative 4. So the quadratic expression will be, remember it was ax squared plus bx plus c, right? So that will be 3x squared plus x, and c is negative 4, so that's negative 4. We have the quadratic expression. Therefore, we can rewrite it as 3x cubed minus 5x squared minus 6x plus 8 as x minus 2. You were given that this was the linear times the quadratic expression which you just got. That is 3x squared plus x minus 4, and then you factorize it, you will get x minus 2, 3x plus 4, and x minus 1. Right, now we move to the third method, which is synthetic division. Right, so how are we going to do it? We know that f of x equal to 3x cubed minus 5x squared minus 6x plus 8. And we are told that x minus 2 is a factor. Right. Now, for synthetic division, what do? You will write the coefficients. You know what the coefficients are. So the coefficients here, these are 3, negative 5, negative 6, and 8. Right? Don't forget the sign. Okay? You will write it across the top, and on the outside of the bar, you will write the solution. Okay, let's see. So that's the bar. The coefficient will be 3 minus 5 minus 6 and 8. And the solution, x minus 2 equal to 0, x will be equal to 2. You put it here. This is simple, right? Now what do? You will bring down the 3 like this. Okay, the first number you always bring it down. Simple. And then what do? Well, you will multiply 3 times 2, but you will place it diagonally. So 3 times 2 is 6. You will place the 6 here. It's diagonal. Okay? And then what do you need to do? Well, you will add the columns. Minus 5 plus 6 is 1. Right. Now what do we need to do? Same thing again. So you will multiply 1 times 2 and you will place it diagonally. So 1 times 2 is 2. You place it here. What do we need to do now? You will add the column. So that will be minus 6 plus 2, which will be minus 4. And then what do we need to do? Well, you will multiply minus 4 times 2, which will be minus 8. Where are you going to place it? You place it diagonally. So you place it here. And then what do we need to do? You will need to add the column. So that will be 8 minus 8, which is 0. And that's normal because when you divide a polynomial, okay, by a factor, you have a remainder of 0. Good? So the 3, 1, and minus 4 are simply the coefficients of your quadratic. Simple, right? So these are the solution. These solutions that you see are the coefficient of the new quadratic. Simple. Therefore, you can write 3x cubed minus 5x squared minus 6x plus 8 as x minus 2 times 3x squared plus x minus 4. Okay, factorizing x minus 2, 3x plus 4, x minus 1. Simple. Now look at this example. Factorize 2x cubed plus 3x squared minus 8x plus 3 completely. The problem in that question is that you don't have a factor. That is, it is not written which one is a factor. You need to find it by yourself. Okay, how are we going to do it? Well, we will first find the factor which will make the expression 0. Okay, how? By trial and error. Right, so we start by let f of x equal to 2x cubed plus 3x squared minus 8x plus 3. it's easier for you to start with 1 or minus 1. Okay, let's start with 1. So f of 1, it means that we will replace all the x by 1. So that's 2 times 1 cube plus 3 times 1 square minus 8 times 1 plus 3 equal to 0. So we can say that x minus 1 is a factor. Right. Now we know that the first factor is. Okay, we need to find the other factors. It is a cubic, so we need 2 factors. Right? How are we going to do it? You choose the method that you want. It can be long division, it can be comparing coefficient, or it can be synthetic division. Right. Let's use comparing coefficient. So x minus 1 times a quadratic will give us 2x cubed plus 3x squared minus 8x plus 3, right? So first step, you will multiply these 2 factors. That is, you will remove the bracket. So you will get ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx minus ax squared minus bx minus c. And then what do you need to do? You will group like terms. That is ax cubed. Now, bx squared minus ax squared, so that will be b minus a bracket square, plus, you see the cx here, and you've got minus bx here, so that will be bracket c minus b, close bracket times c. We're grouping like terms, and minus c. Now, what do we need to do? Well, you will compare coefficient, okay? So let's compare. Here we have ax cubed, and there we have 2x cubed. So we can say that a equal to 2. Straightforward. Now, what about b minus a? It is the coefficient of x squared. What is the coefficient of x squared here? It is 3. So b minus a equal to 3. Now, what is a? A is 2. Therefore, b minus 2 equal to 3, b equal to 5. Simple. Now, the c, we have minus c equal to 3. So c will be equal to negative 3. Therefore, we have the quadratic. Okay, so it will be 2x squared because a is 2 plus 5x minus 3. And then what do we need to do? Well, you just need to factorize it. So it will be 2x minus 1 and x plus 3. Right? Good. Now, a few exercises for you to practice. Question 1. Given that f of x equal to 6x cubed minus 5x squared minus 14x plus 40, it has a factor x plus 2. You need to show that f of x equal to x plus 2 multiplied by the quadratic px squared plus qx plus r, where p, q, and r are integers to be found. Question 2. If x minus 2 is a factor of 2x cubed minus 3x squared minus 30x plus 56, find all the factors of the expression. Question 3, part 1. Given that 3x cubed plus 5x squared plus px plus 8 is equivalent to x minus 2 times ax squared plus bx plus c. You need to find the value of each of the integers a, b, c, and p. Part 2. Using the values found in part 1, factorize completely 3x cubed plus 5x squared plus bx plus 8. Question 4. Given that x plus 2 and x minus 3 are factors of x cubed plus ax plus b, you need to calculate the values of a and b and hence find the remaining factor. Question 5. By using factor theorem or otherwise, factorize x cubed minus 10x minus 3 completely. Question 6. The function f of x equal to 2x cubed plus ax squared minus bx plus 3 has a factor x plus 3. When f of x is divided by x minus 2, the remainder is 15. Part A, calculate the values of a and b. Part B, find the other two factors of f of x. So here are a few links where you can get additional information on how to find the factors, right? How to factor a polynomial. Right, so today we have learned how to find factors of polynomial using three methods: the long division, comparing coefficient, and synthetic division. We have worked some examples for you, right? Now, what you need to do is to work the exercises found in your textbook. Ask for help if you need it, okay? But you need to work them out. Well, we have reached the end of our program. Until we meet again, it's goodbye for now.